Greek life is a massive part of the University of Illinois, with 55 fraternities and 36 sororities in total. About 24% of the undergraduate population are affiliated with a Greek organization. Because daylight savings is still a week away, the Champaign Police Department is recommending the use of flashlights to increase visibility for children and adults while out trick-or-treating. And if flashlights are not an available option, the flashlight on a smartphone typically is. The Urbana Fire Department held two types of controlled blazes, one with sprinklers and one without sprinklers, to demonstrate how quickly flames can engulf a room. As Mayor Pressing's term comes to an end, she is reminded of the positive impact she has had on the Urbana community. We are here at Harvest Market at the Butter Churn Room, and we have some butter specialists with us.
I'm Mick. I'm Derek.
Let's go churn some butter.
Mom!
For Champaign resident Rusha Patel, Halloween is an exciting time for her and her two astronauts. The holiday also brings up the important conversation of trick-or-treating safety.
They're only 2 and 5, so I've got to go with them and make sure there's nobody creepy, or, make sure there's older kids that are not picking on them or bothering them or stealing their candy, that kind of thing.
On Halloween, these and many other things can become a worry for parents and the safety of their children. On average, twice as many child pedestrians are killed while walking on Halloween compared to any other days of the year.
If you're driving, it's important to slow down, not get in a rush, maybe even not go down streets where you're going to have a lot of foot traffic and a lot of trick-or-treating.
The Champaign Police Department released a list of tips and safety rules for the area that include advice for pedestrians and how to stay well visible in the dark. Because daylight savings is still a week away, the Champaign Police Department is recommending the use of flashlights to increase visibility for children and adults while out trick-or-treating. And if flashlights are not an available option, the flashlight on a smartphone typically is.
I like the tips they had about wearing reflective tape or wearing the glow sticks. I thought that was interesting. That way they can see the kids, especially if some kids have darker costumes on, if they're witches, black. Then people who are driving by are not able to see them. So I like the fact that they can wear glow sticks and just kind of add to the Halloween excitement.
This one's mine, but fading away. This is mine.
Trick-or-treating hours for the Champaign-Urbana area will be observed tonight from 6 to 8 p.m. In Champaign, I'm Jillian Kaehler, UI7 News. For 11-year-old Aurora Johnston, the Urbana Fire Department's family night was an unexpected surprise.
I saw Fireman Phil setting up, and I asked him what was going on, and he told me. And then I called Mom and said, "Well, can I please go to this? It sounds really, really fun." And she said yes. Fireman
Phil, as the kids know him, is Urbana Fire Marshal Philip Edwards. Making the event fun was a key goal, as well as bringing awareness to the seriousness of house fires.
There are so many people that either don't make it out of a fire or get hurt or lose a lot in a fire. So getting this message across when they're younger, it'll stick with them as they're getting older.
Bringing that message to both children and adults was one of the main goals for the night. The Urbana Fire Department held two types of controlled blazes, one with sprinklers and one without sprinklers, to demonstrate how quickly flames can engulf a room. Beyond the shock factor of seeing such intense flames up close, Edwards believes the kids get something more out of this event, even if they don't realize it at the time.
It's relationship building as well. So that if they have to call 911, instead of just seeing someone that they only see at that time, they get to see us in this capacity, so that when an emergency happens, they feel like a friend's coming to help them out as opposed to just an official of the city. This year's national theme was Seconds Count, Have Two Ways Out, as well as reminding everyone how and when to call 911. In Urbana, I'm Jillian Kaehler, UI7 News.
Yes, I like that.
The chief executives of the Illinois student government met Sunday for the first assembly of the creation of a sexual assault prevention department. Student government Vice President Joe Domanski will be serving as an executive co-chair on the committee. After last week's arrest of university PhD student Prakhar Ojha for 2 counts of sexual abuse and assault, Domanski says it is more important now than ever to address these concerns.
Things that happened here the past week with that doctoral student, despicable. Obviously, it's just hard to even think about, but we need to have those conversations.
University police spokesman Pat Wade agreed with Domanski's sentiments.
Unfortunately, this is really something that's an epidemic on college campuses all throughout the country, and we're certainly no exception. So These are things we unfortunately hear about all the time.
This recent arrest on the U of I campus, plus the formation of the Student Government Committee, all come within days of the U.S. Department of Education rescinding Obama-era sexual assault guidelines. In a statement announced Friday, Education Secretary Betsy DeVos said, "The previous system lacked basic elements of due process and failed to ensure fundamental fairness." The committee has denounced DeVos's updates to Title IX protections and is jump-starting their actions by conducting research on ways to prevent sexual assault. They look forward to meeting for the rest of the fall semester to address these new implementations.
Any step back when it comes to sexual assault on college campuses is a way step back for us as a society.
The next step for the committee is appointing student ambassadors on this issue to reflect the entire university. In Urbana, I'm Jillian Kaehler, UI7 News.
Today is the day for kids to stroll through the neighborhood and snack some sweet treats. But some parents worry how safe that really is. UI7's David Pierce takes you through an alternative way for families to trick or treat while keeping their little ones safe. So then tomorrow, looking very good. Let me tell you, it's definitely not feeling like September 20th at all. We have a high of 92 on our forecast. Some fog in the morning, but that will break way for some sunshine throughout the day, so keep that in mind when planning your outfit. The Fighting Illini men's football team is looking forward to a home game Saturday against the Indiana Hoosiers after a tough loss to Purdue this past weekend. Purdue broke its 3-game losing streak with a strong performance from their defense. This is the 7th game in a row that Illinois has lost, with its 6th loss to a Big Ten rival. And then the other thing, I feel like I have to ask it with this day and age. Pitch Perfect.
Oh, yeah.
It's just a thing, you know?
All right.
So for someone in an a cappella group, what was that movie like? Is it accurate about what you all are like? What is...
So I think it depends.
U of I will be sending a student to Oxford as a Rhodes Scholar.
It's the first time in nearly 20 years a U of I student has been named a Rhodes Scholar.
Well, that student, Thomas Dowling, is with us today, so congratulations, Thomas, and thanks so much for coming in. Good morning, Illini. We are so happy to have you here with us today for our first hour-long episode of GMI for this season. We have tons of stuff planned because it's both homecoming and Halloween, so we have to cover both. So let's get this started. And good morning, Illini.